Hi, you're Marshling, and today we're going to be talking healing. Screw those pansies trying to climb up the damage meter. Cringe. We like to see those bars fill up. And coming into Castle Nathria, oh hell, Limit already killed Mythic the Nathrias while I was making this video. You'll want to know what healer is best at what, or maybe you just want to see what the gist of each one is, then this is the video for you. If you want pure healing numbers though, this is not the place because I'm not qualified enough to talk about that. Instead, here we talk about the general concepts and changes of the spec, slightly tainted by my own personal opinion. At the end of each segment I will give the spec a color from this range to give my shitty ranking. You got me? No? Oh well, let's begin. What's better to start off the list than the OG, the vanilla, the Holy Priest? When you think of a basic healer, you think Holy Priest. Probably one of the easiest healers to pick up as it doesn't rely on some quirk like other specs. You got the fairly simple rotation using big heals with big cooldowns and small heals to reduce those cooldowns. In Shadowlands, you've got some new and re-added abilities like Power Infusion, Power Word Shield, Shadow Word Death. Circle of Healing is now baseline, so that means you've got more AoE. As I said, I've always seen Holy Priest as the easiest healer to pick up, both for new and returning players, as it still retains a lot of the old systems that all other healers are slowly drifting away from, plus it is always generally good besides some lack of damage in Mythic Plus. Well, if you love Holy so much, why don't you play it? Well, simple. Discipline Priest, probably one of my favorite specs in the game. For you who don't know, Discipline ever since Legion uses Atonement Healing, whereby popping shields on people like the Worlds and then Tomorrow, using Shadow Mend or Power Word Radiance to apply an atonement that heals the target it is on for a percentage of the damage you deal. If that is too complicated for your ape brain, get this. In Shadowlands, Discipline got a few more abilities like Mind Blast, Mind Seer, Shadow Word Death, but overall it didn't get many changes, which I actually don't mind since it is already as solid as it can be in my opinion. I'd still rank it as the most interesting healing with its literal DPS healing, which makes it very, very handy dandy for Mythic Plus. When most people think about Mistweaver Panda, monks, they think of a majestic, incredibly mobile healer with both hots and solid heals, and they ain't wrong. Mistweaver has all that plus the option of fist weaving, although I'd love to tell you that fist weaving is a method of punching your friend in the face. It is not, unfortunately. I personally don't go for fist weaving as it feels a bit clunky for me, but don't let that make you not try it. Most people see it as the main appeal of Mistweavers after all. I, as based as I am, prefer having the headcanon of me spreading the holy mist. That is also why my monk is a troll, and we all know the stereotype of trolls. But what changed in Shadowlands, you probably are asking? And to that I have to say, you got a dragon? I have to say Mistweaver is probably the most fun healer for the wider public if you don't find Disc appealing. Plus it's boss for Mythic Plus. Just don't forget to bring mana pots. Simply put, Resto Druids make the dots go wham. Holy Paladins are a weird. Alright, fine, I'll talk about the Druids. This pack is basically all about the dots, dots, dots and dots. Being especially good in Mythic Plus dungeons, in Shadowlands the only real change they got was their oh fuck button. Now eating up one of your dots, they are trees, puts in tree pen. Look, Crop Guide is in the title, you can't blame me for not giving a detailed enough explanation of what Resto Doodoo's are. Holy Paladins are a weird thing, really, at least to me. Be it because of my personal resentment towards Paladins, or because Blizzard still hasn't updated the Consecration animation, even though they made a new one in 8.1 for the Zara lore. But they got Glimmer as a talent, and I've heard people like that. They also got Holy Power back, and to generate it you either can heal your little #bless target or use the power of your Holy Smite. It's actually Crusader Strike. You also get them auras that execute, that Shield of the Righteous, which encourages you to get in with the tank and take those melee hits like a true big plate wearing Shad or Shadette. I'm going to say it now, Restoration is my favorite healing spec and almost my favorite spec in the entire game. Were it not for survival, it has the elements of hard casting heals like the old days, or even using probably the best talent combo to spam Riptides all day, which is even helped more if you picked the Necro Shads. It has the interesting mechanic of Cloudburst sucking in the healing you do over its duration and spewing it out evenly between injured teammates. Oh, and let me also remind you that Resto is all about that packed up AoE healing and equal sharing of healing. Now, there is something I think I could compare this pack to, but I just can't put my finger on it right now. Anyways, some people say Resto's mastery is absolute shite and gets worse as you get more mastery, and I also think it should be changed to something like Well of Eternity from BFA. Resto is also one of, or even the best raid healer due to their stacked healing, making them very desirable. Talent-wise, Blizzard tried adding some new talents like Surge of Earth to shift the meta from the Echo of the Elements plus Torrent, but I think it'll be very hard to let go of the 2 stacks of Riptide and Lava Burst. Your main and practically only damage method. Overall, I'd have to say Resto is the most enjoyable healer in Shadowlands, just try not to get too wet over it. This is the end of the video, go! But before you do, if you want to actually learn about these specs and healing, I'll put some Icy Veins links in the description if I remember to. Now go, nothing interesting is going to happen from now on, you can move on to the next video on your recommendation. Do you feel inclined to post a several paragraph long comment essay on why this video is the absolute worst piece of media uploaded to this video streaming site? I don't see what's stopping you. I'm just rambling at this point. There is absolutely no way something interesting can happen in the next whatever seconds. don't even think about it, really. Like, what are you expecting? One singular frame at the end? More than that? Maybe? Why am I doing this bit on an informal, informational video about WoW and not a video more centered around entertainment and comedy? I don't know. So that's about it.